person sees all.
Hi everyone, thanks so much for stopping by. And of course, for all the support I got in 2019 and those of you here since day one, can't thank you enough. I really appreciate it. This is an amazing surface on the moon, another area where we see those lines that I have showed before, but never really in this way. It has gone through high dynamic range editing. And what that does, it brings out the highlights, right? It brings out a spectacular detail. If you were to look at yourself, look at that, in HDR, you probably would not appreciate the image because it brings out so much detail. Like if you were to do a cartoonish image of Santa Claus to, intensify the rosy cheeks and everything. Right, let's get right into it. Something very interesting. Always new findings, guys. When I re-show a part of the research, it's not for nothing. I'm really studying it. It's a rare piece of footage. It's like memorabilia that should be in a museum for me because it's just unseen. We don't see this at all, right? Very rarely. But watch the new finding. I mentioned it on the French channel. What are we seeing? There is a light. Speculatively speaking, I mentioned if it was on a track, we would see signs of them following something on the surface. It could be its reflection, you may say, but look at the lights that are lighting up. And I'm not pointing to the UFOs. I'm pointing to the lights that are lighting up at the moment the UFO goes by. Let me explain. Here it is. I'm going to get a circle up for you and run it 4 or 5 times. We got time, right? You're not going anywhere. Take the time to take a look at this. You see, and by the way, no, it's not just one UFO. It's each and every one of these. I'm examining it step by step. But to show you the process, you all must know that it's not easy. So to show this one little here, like this, I have to slow down the footage. I have to clarify it enough, find a color filter that's going to show the surface without distorting it, and to, it's all to get more detail. But yeah, whether it's on a track or not, these objects are interacting with the surface. Let's look over to the other one in the center. It's doing the same thing. Why am I laughing? Because I can see it. And this going on a year there, okay? Yes, this is very serious. It's a system on the surface that I keep mentioning. What type of system? Who knows? It's a system though. Anomalies south of Copernicus. The archaeological value. Imagine the size, the staggering size of what could be up there. Someone once mentioned to me, what if the apocalyptic event, if any, happened on the moon and they're all just lying there in place the same way it was when it happened? Imagine the archaeological value of the surface of the moon. How would it change religion and the way we see ourselves? We are human beings. From where? Probably just all from Tennessee. We should just leave it at that. UFOs in the sky over top of my house. Trying to get an image, an exact shape of these objects is near impossible, but beautiful trying. Everything we catch with the infrared camera is passed off as being satellites most often. In reality, they're not all satellites. For this example, this is real speed, and now we're going to keep the real speed. We are going to zoom in slightly so that we can arrive at the same time at the bottom of the frame. But we see this object intensity, a lot of flickering, is definitely on the straight path, but unevenly wobbling its way across the screen, as we're going to see as it progresses. There are a difference and an abundance of different objects that can clearly be seen as being different to one another. to each other. So if they're all satellites, they should, do the same things. We should see them on the same trajectories and not off the course. It's not hard. You examine these to see if they're going north to south or east to west, and it just doesn't make any sense. They're all over the place. They have different shapes, sizes, and forms, and we're going to go see some spectacular different characteristics of some of these flashing lights that we see in the sky. Keep in mind the UFO that I spotted several times, several UFOs over the house, they really are interacting with me, and they really did give me flashes and signs that they were interacting with me, and that's what we're going to go see right now, right after this. When you come to the understanding on how to reach out to these entities, you really can. And when you do, you'll be surprised at the way they react to you. We're getting it all wrong. There's something far more advanced than UFOs on the moon. Watching it fast, it looks like a bunch of UFOs in a straight line, but watch what happens in slow motion. They observe us, now we observe them.
spying. Up there, might on the moon. Aliens are gone. Aliens are gone. They may be coming soon. They may be coming soon. Aliens are gone. They're spying. And they're finding.
This is Houston. Say again, please.